Well, the Flying Pig Marathon bringing millions of dollars into Greater Cincinnati. Organizers announced just today that this year's race had an economic impact of as much as $22 million. That's according to a study by Burke Incorporated and Xavier University. The research says non-locals spent nearly $8 million, while locals spent closer to $4 million. Our city's signature marathon also created or sustained nearly 550 jobs this year. Now, Dr. Doug Olberding is an associate professor of sports management at Xavier University and chair of Xavier's Department of Sports Studies. He worked on this recent economic impact for the Flying Pig for the 2023 year this weekend and what it had on the city. Doug, thanks so much for being here, first of all. But 22 million bucks, that's a whopping number. That's incredible. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, so when we think about the economic impact, there's two pieces that we look at. The first is, how much money in direct spending. So what people actually spent when they came to Cincinnati, right? And then there is the money that is spent that recirculates through the economy. And so we study that initial spending and then look at the money as it circulates through the economy. So in terms of direct spending and recirculated spending, we get at that number of between 20 and $22 million, which is a big number for a marathon.
And you say that has continued to go up.
Yes, we've seen a consistent uptick, and even taking into account inflation. So we've had some, since 2016, about 22% inflation since 2016. But the marathon is still up 35% in terms of overall impact, even with inflation as a.
And there's a lot that goes into the weekend outside of the race. What's the largest economic driver for the entire weekend?
Well, the biggest driver, if you take the marathon itself out, so the expo and registration, the biggest driver is, it's hotels, restaurants, and entertainment spending. So the lodging piece is really big, and that speaks to the number of people who come from outside of the greater. So about 60% of the participants in the marathon this year were from outside of the greater Cincinnati area, that's a big number. That is a really big number.
We love our hometown race, and we love that people from all over come to visit us and run the race. Now, you ran the Boston Marathon in the past, How does the Flying Pig compare to other cities' races?
Well, I think every city has it's sort of a unique, event, but Boston is a very competitive event. People, that's something that's one of those bucket list things to qualify for Boston. I think the Flying Pig is different from Boston. I mean, we are a first-class event, but, this is for everybody. We have thought about the runner who is just struggling to get their life together. Maybe they need to lose weight, but we also have events and for the runner who's competitive, So it really is a different event, and that's what really makes it special. I think we've not ever really tried to put prize money in or anything like that, but that's why people love it, I think.
And I know we had a super soaker for the race this year, but I did ask you, it's such a great way for people to see the city, literally see the city as they're running. And I wonder, does that equate to people moving to Cincinnati after they run the race?
Well, I think that'd be something interesting to study. There is something called the place marketing impact of an event, and the Flying Pig Marathon has a wonderful place marketing effect on Greater Cincinnati. People literally tour the region, They start downtown, they get a look at northern Kentucky, they get up into Walnut Hills and Hyde Park and out to Marymount and back, and it really is this great way to showcase this region.
All right, Dr. Doug Olberding, thanks so much for joining us and letting us know all the good that the Flying Pig did this year.